Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, November the 14th, and you all can see that I have already killed my voice again. So I didn't let it rest from where I had lost it about a month ago, and it is wonky again today. But it is okay. We will get through this. I've got some good hot tea here. I'm going to get caught up with you so that I can see what you all are saying. But hello and happy Sunday. How is everybody doing on the new program? Not going to be able to say as many highs and hellos tonight just because of the voice and because we need to slow it down just a notch. If you were here with us last week when we talked about, and hello Stacy, if you were here with us last week when we talked about the new personal points program, it was I don't even know what to call it. You just had to hang on for the ride. Hello Carol Lou, because I was moving fast. So last week I talked literally at lightning speed. This week I'm going to try and slow it down just a little bit. I literally have re-damaged my voice. So I had completely lost my voice. Hello, John from home base. I have to tell John hello. I have to say hello to him. But I had lost my voice about a month or so ago, and I literally have injured it again with all the highs and hellos from last week. So I love to say hello. So if you all are watching this later, hi and hello. If you are brand new, please let us know because we would love to welcome you. And hello everybody coming in, Lisa, Linda, Bernice from Northeast Texas. Again, I'm not going to be able to say hi to everybody, or we're not going to make it through this entire chat again, and my voice is going to lose it. So everybody let me know how you're doing. I'll go through and look at all of these later and say hi to you personally. Except it's snowing in Ohio. So Kathy is in snowy Ohio. But again, if you're brand new, just let us know because we would love to welcome you. So I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Last week, we talked all about the new personal points program. And hello, Joyce. So if you missed that, if you missed the new personal points program last week, you can go back and watch that on YouTube. It's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. You can see it on the, and I see so many hellos and it's killing me to not say hello to everyone, but I promise I will go back and say hello to you in writing so that I don't continue to, to further cripple my voice. But if you didn't watch that last week, it is on YouTube. It's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. We are going to be doing some short clip videos after this week. So you are going to want to go ahead and go over there and subscribe. It's not just a way to make you go subscribe. Not really. Okay, and hold on. Mary said her first week of the plan went great. That is awesome. And hello, Windstar Karen. But we're going to be doing some short clip videos because we have had probably just over 1,000 questions. Thank you, Deborah. Probably just over 1,000 questions that need to be answered. Inquiring minds want to know. So there are a lot of questions about this new program. I'm seeing a lot of enthusiasm. And hello, Judith from Massachusetts. But I'm seeing a lot of questions, getting a lot of questions. But I see a need to do some short clip videos. Casey's going to do what she calls it a video in video. I don't know. I do know because I've seen some of them, but basically she is going to be videoing, or I'll be videoing me doing what the question is so I can show you how to do it. It's going to be on a phone. It'll be on an iPhone, but showing you how to do it. And then somehow Casey's going to put the video of me talking about it in the video of me doing it. I don't know. I can't explain it technology. Casey will have to explain it to you, or you'll just have to see it. But yeah, hello everyone. Hi and hello. And I promise I will go back tonight when I get home and say hello to everyone. I'll type it in, but I'm going to have to slow it down this week so that I don't, further kill the vocal cords because I talk for a living and it's been rough again this week. Okay, so this is Sunday, November the 14th. I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. You can go back again on YouTube, youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, or you can go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and get the written transcripts from last week. So for those of you who I got messages saying, oh my gosh, slow down, I'm trying to take notes. It's okay. You don't have to take notes. If you go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, Jessica has typed everything. So Casey did the YouTube videos. Jessica has typed out almost every word that I said last week, and you can go. And wait, Loretta says Manuka honey is good for your voice. I don't know what that is, but I need to find some. But Jessica typed almost everything that I said last week at lightning speed. And hello, Orlando Debbie, at lightning speed, and it's typed out for you. So if I was talking too fast, which I was talking really fast last week, and if you couldn't get your notes, or if you want notes, go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. It is the last chat. It was the last chat posted, and just go ahead and print it out. Those are free to print out so that you can go back and look at them. Okay, a little bit of news for this month. First of all, trying to kill my voice again, so let's not go ahead and completely kill it. We're going to spend about 15 minutes at the beginning of this chat going over last week, and then the second 45 minutes. This is the last week that it's not going to be divided up 30 and 30. So if you're brand new, we normally do 30 minutes of classroom going over whatever the topic for WW was the prior week. And then the next 30 minutes, we do something fun like cooking. We will go back to cooking next week because we're going to be playing with some recipes again next week. But for this week, just so that we can get everybody as comfortable as possible on the new personal points program, we are going to do 15 minutes discussing just briefly last week, and then about 45 minutes doing the most frequently asked questions that I got from this last week. Okay, so a little bit of news for November. Unless you have been hiding under a rock, you already know that we've switched to a new program. So WW they released personal points. It started last Monday. It was introduced as of Monday of last week. And thank you, Loretta. Loretta was just trying to get me to say her name. Yeah, y'all have to read the comment that she made. Okay. And I'm hearing rave reviews from it already. So you have until tomorrow. The next bit of news is you have until tomorrow, which is Monday, to go ahead and swap over to personal points and to do your assessment. If you don't do your assessment, you won't be able to use blue, green, and purple. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if you just can't do anything or if it's going to block you. And okay, hold on. A little bit of celebration. Carol Lou got her first weekly email today, and it's the first one she's gotten since June. So little dance because Carol has been desperate to get those. Okay. But I don't know what's going to happen if you don't do your assessment tomorrow. I mean, I know you will not be able to track blue, green, and purple. So it's not like avoiding it is going to do anything. So just do it. If you have not done it, tomorrow is your deadline. So you won't be able to track anything after tomorrow if you don't go ahead and do your assessment. Good news. We'll talk more about this later. Many of the U.S. bloggers, and notice I said U.S., so United States bloggers, have figured out a way to share their recipes so that you can get your personal points calculated without having to add everything into the recipe builder. So I had a little bit of a little bit of a nervous twitch thinking I was going to have to enter all of those recipes in to know how many points it was, and also to figure out how to share mine. I had no idea how to do that, but some very smart people have figured that out. But the bad news is it does not work across borders. So people like Drizzle Me Skinny Kate, people that are I'm in the United States, so I will not be able to get any of those from people in Canada. So you'll just have to enter those into the recipe builder. But please don't abandon these people. Okay. Okay. Next thing, and we're going to talk about more of that in the extra credit portion of this. The next thing is WW is kind of admitting. I mean, they didn't actually say it, but they're kind of admitting that the desktop version it's lackluster, okay? It's just at best. It is on the new plan. You can enter things, you can do things. So if you are desktop only, you have not been abandoned, but if you are desktop only, you will not have all the full fun and cool features that those of you that are digital, will have. So I think it's fairly important that if you can, get a smart device, get a hold of a smart device, even if you don't want a smartphone, if you don't want to get one, you don't want to use one. If you have a tablet, if you have anything that's got Android or Apple access, so if you can go to the Google Play Store or to the Apple Store and download this, they have actually added a QR code to the desktop. So if you log on to your desktop version of WW and scroll you don't have to go down very far. It's just right under where it starts to give your daily statistics. There's a QR code there to try and help everybody be able to get the WW app, because you can do so much more with the actual app. It's statistically impossible to have all of the, I think there's like 720,000. I'm not kidding. There's like 720,000 different variations that there can be, that can exist, with this plan. And it's impossible to do on a desktop. So wish I had better news on that one. Let me know. Go ahead and comment below if you are desktop only, and we will try to figure out some solution for you. Don't know what I'm going to be able to do, but do go ahead and put something in the comments below. If you're watching here with us on Facebook, I will look at those when I get home tonight. If you are watching on YouTube, just go ahead and put something in the comments. Or if you are doing this later off of IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, you can comment, because I will get notifications that y'all have commented, and we'll try to figure something out if you're desktop only. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep the review of last week quick so that I don't have to fly through the frequently asked questions this time. So there were like, I don't know, 341 of you all here at one time last week. And man, I felt like I had to talk fast. So, and for everybody coming in that's saying hello, I'm not going to be able to name you specifically tonight. I'll just have to come back later and type it. I'm killing my voice again. We've got to just keep going so we can get through this, and so that I don't have to talk so fast and mess it up. I really seriously do think I injured it last week talking so fast. So fortunately tonight, there's like 100 of you all. So I think 100 is a more manageable group if I have to watch you all and talk at the same time. I mean, we can have more people, just saying. Okay, so this month's theme is the Personal Points Program. So the entire month, we're going to be talking about, you guessed it, the Personal Points Program all month long. Last week, it was chat number 247. Thank you, Lynn. Last week, it was chat number 247, and we talked about the new Personal Points Program. It was a first look. So I went ahead and attended a workshop on Sunday, not my normal day, but I attended a workshop on Sunday so that I could get the materials and have them ready for you all last Sunday night. And then I attended another workshop with Gwen. So I attended 2 with Gwen this week. Attended a second one with her on Tuesday night so that we could have more information. So for those of you who have not opened your app in a very, very, very long time, you might be surprised when you open it. But I need to know which of you attended an in-person workshop last week. So who went to an in-person workshop? Give me a thumbs up. Also give me a thumbs up if you did a Zoom workshop last week. But I want to know specifically, I do want some thumbs ups, but I want to know specifically if you attended an in-person workshop. If you did, I want to know. So answer in the comments. I want to know if you did, if you were in an area that did give out the books like we got. So I showed you my book last week. Didn't bring it to show this week because I knew I would get distracted on it, but I want to see thumbs ups for who went to an in-person workshop or went to a Zoom workshop last week. And Linda's bottom was in a green chair. But I want to know specifically who attended workshops that did have the written, already printed materials like I showed you last week. So go ahead and put that in the comments. Again, Facebook, YouTube, the blog, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and put that in the comments. And then I'm curious, if you did not receive a book, if you don't mind, to put where you are. So I know girls and guys in Canada, you all were not going to get books. So I'm just curious if you did not get one, where you were located. And then if you attended here with us live last week, and if you held on for that, I mean, I don't know, if you could track how fast I was talking, it was like 700 miles an hour. So let's see some hearts if you were here with us live last week, or if you watched this later on some kind of replay, either on Facebook, YouTube. Again, I feel like a lot of you all did watch it on replay, because this video, I've never had this many views on ever. Like, I mean, we've been doing this, 5 years now? I've never had this many views on a video. So last week's chat has already been viewed over 7,000 times on Facebook, and it's already been viewed over, I think it's 11 or 1,200 times on YouTube. So y'all are pumped about this program. I'm just going to say, so last week was everything new program. I ran you all through the new algorithm, how it's going to work, how it tracks, how the points are individualized to you, how you can earn points for healthy habits and behaviors. So we did all of that last week in 45 minutes, and that was probably a week's worth of information. I'm not exaggerating. That was probably a week's worth of information crammed into 15 minutes. So tonight, I'm going to go quickly through a couple of things, and then we are going to get right into the most frequently asked questions, because I don't want to rush you all again tonight. So if you did not get to watch last week, if you weren't here with us live, again, go here, Facebook, you can find it. You can find it on YouTube. It's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, or go over to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and go ahead and watch the video, read the notes, print the notes out, use them however you need to. Okay, so, and Tag, you're exactly right, and we are going to get to that in just a second. So as you know, the point system is calculated for you. So it is specifically for you. And Trish said, thumbs up to in-person meetings. Yeah, awesome. I did. Someone do thumbs ups for me. But yeah, I forgot to say bravo to everyone man, I got so excited. I forgot to give you your virtual bravo. So bravo to everyone who did your, went to your in-person workshops, got your materials, or sorry if you didn't, but we'll talk about that in a second, how to get those, or if you did a virtual meeting, or you were here with us. So congratulations, everybody. There are your bravo. Look, I'm even wearing my bravo t-shirt that Casey made for me. So yeah, so we give out bravo stickers here. Okay, so last week we talked about how it was going to be individualized to you, your personal, the personal points engine, and how that was going to work on calculating your points for you. And your points are not the same as my points. My points are different than yours, and yours, and yours, and yours, and yours. Okay, they're all different because it is specific to you. So I went back, and this week, when you go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, you're going to be able to see all of the notes again. So if you didn't get them last week, you can get all of these notes again. So last week though, I really encouraged you all to take your personal points assessment. And I even made that your homework for last week. So your homework last week was hashtag personal points assessment. Assessment complete. So it was, you were to complete your assessment. And I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, it was actually like 2:08. So, you know, the alarm went off at 2. I had to hit snooze once, so it was probably 2:10. But anyway, so I got up at like 2:10 last Monday morning to go ahead and take the assessment so that I could let you all know really what it was like. But so I encouraged you all to do that too. And a ton of you all went ahead and did your assessment that day. So much so that you crashed the system. So congratulations, everybody. You crashed Weight Watchers. Okay. But I mean, that was awesome though that so many people were doing their assessments. So let's see how y'all did. Lynn got up at 1:30 a.m. So that is 1:30. She's on, Lynn, I think you're on Central Time there in Texas. But anyway, so Lynn got up at 1:30. She had to go potty. She has to get up at 1:30 every night to go potty. So you know what? She went ahead and took her assessment while she was already up. Let's go ahead and get this going, okay? Linda was right. And she was worried about hey, Carla, it's good to see you again. Linda was right. She was worried that the app would crash, and it did. So she was totally right. So she got up at 3 a.m. to take hers because she was scared that the app would crash. And she was exactly right. And then Barbara was up at 3:39. And I love that she specifically put 3:39. Yeah, so she got up at 3:39 and she got her day started right. But a lot of you all, and I thought it was Lynn, so many of you all did your assessments. So I can't name everybody because there were thousands of you all who went ahead and did your assessments that day. And you crashed the system. Yeah, that is awesome. So more Bravo stickers. One more Bravo shirt for you tonight. So more Bravo stickers to everybody who did their assessment. And if you have been with us here with us very often, you know that I try to get y'all to drink water at the 30-minute mark. We're at the 40-minute mark, but I want everybody to go ahead and stop and get something to drink. So go ahead and drink some water. I'm not going to switch into the apron because we are literally just going to do the most frequently asked questions from last week. But I want all of y'all to get something to drink. I'll be drinking hot tea again tonight to try and keep the voice going. And if any of y'all have that honey that was mentioned earlier, feel free to send it to me. Yeah, you can send it here to Casey Kitchen Center. You can find that online. Okay, I'm going to get just a teeny bit more hot water while you all are chatting. And again, if there are any new people, if we have any new people tonight, let us know because we would love to welcome you. And I'm so sorry that I'm not individually telling you all hi tonight. We just have so much to go over. Okay, Leslie, we're literally getting ready to talk about that. So Leslie says hello from Edmonton, and she said you have to take it more than one time to make it fit. That's actually one of the questions. So, okay, so here we go. Okay, so they started it on a Monday instead of on a Sunday. Android wasn't quite ready yet. The app kept crashing, and then it would crash again. Bit points were rolling over, and they were artificially inflating a lot of people's numbers with to the new activity points. Bloggers all over the world had small meltdowns, me included, about how to point recipes. It has been a wild week. But I've done a couple of surveys, and it seems that the majority of us are either loving the new program or at least embracing the new plan, willing to embrace something new. A handful of people are hesitant. And so a handful of people are hesitant. I know a few people that are mad. I mean, they're just flat out mad that we have had to change, that we're changing. And it's okay. I mean, if we were all exactly the same, this would be such a boring world. So just hang in there, though. And believe it or not, there were people who woke up Monday morning that had no clue that this was happening. I'm serious. I had so many people say, what's going on? What does my app want me to do? What's going on? So I guess they hadn't been in their app for a while, or they hadn't been on social media. I don't know what they've been doing. But anyways, there were lots of people that woke up Monday morning and had no clue what was going on and were a little bit confused. So if you haven't been in your app for a while, you might want to get in it just to see what's going on. So I'm going to devote the next 45 minutes to just answering this week's most frequently asked questions. Again, this is not every question that I got. I mean, I'm serious. I'm over 1,000 questions. Some of them were repeats. Some of them were very similar, and I could group them into one question and answer thing. But I mean, there were like 1,000, I'm not kidding, like 1,000 questions, like 1,000. Okay. It's a good thing I can multitask. So we're also going to be doing some short, like less than 4-minute videos, frequently asked question videos, where Casey's going to do a video in video. So I'm going to be talking to you, but somehow she's going to put that in to the video of me doing. I can't wait to see how this works because I don't know. But somehow she's going to put it in to the video, like me showing you what to do. And I promise we're going to keep those to less than 4 minutes so that you can just pop in, say, you know what, I'm having trouble doing X, Y, or Z. Oh, look, there's the video. Pop in, and go ahead and get that information. So we're going to start those, but those will be YouTube only. So she will be uploading those through YouTube. So now's the time. If you're not already subscribed to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, it's free. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to, there's nothing to do. You just go watch and subscribe. And John, don't take this personally, but he will admit this too. Even John can go to YouTube and watch videos when he wants them. Okay. Technology is just not his thing, but even he can do it. So I promise you can go find it. Okay, but this is a good time to go subscribe to that. So let's jump right in. I'm going to take another sip of my water because I didn't count how many of these I listed today, but it's quite a few. So everybody get a sip of your water, and I promise, or whatever you're drinking, whatever non-caloric beverage you're drinking tonight, and I promise next week we will go back to the 30 and 30 format. So starting next week again, first 30 minutes will be classroom to review what the prior week's WW topic was. And then the second 30 minutes will be something fun. So, okay, we're going to jump right in. Last week, the number one question that I got last week, and y'all have already been talking about it here. The number one question I got last week was, how many times can I take the assessment? The answer is as many as you need to. Okay, as many times as you need to take it. So there's no limit to taking it. I would suggest, though, that you stick with it for a week. So if you land on something, if you didn't go, oh, I didn't answer that correctly, and go ahead and change it, then. But once you pick one, once you've done an assessment, if you think, okay, I'm going to try this one, I'm going to suggest that you stick with it for a week and then go ahead and take another assessment. So like I did, so I'm going to retake my assessment on Tuesday. So Tuesday's my weigh-in day. I'm going to find out how I did. And I'm going to retake my assessment because I have decided that I would rather have corn than whole wheat pasta. So I'm going to be retaking my assessment on Tuesday. So anyway, you can take it as many times as you want to, but I recommend that you wait a week before you change it up. And really, and Alicia, that's exactly right. We're going to talk about that here in just a second too. And again, if you're new and you're joining us, just go ahead and let us know because we would love to welcome you. We love all new people, and there have to be new people because there's not 101 people who watch every week. Okay, so second most frequently asked question from last week, and there were more questions than this, but these are the most frequently asked from last week. Second most frequently asked is, how do I take or retake the assessment? So if you've not already taken the assessment, when you log on to WW on the desktop or get onto your app for the first time, you'll be prompted. So if you've not already taken it, you will be prompted to take it. And remember, tomorrow's the deadline. So when it prompts you tonight or tomorrow to take it, just go ahead and do it. Put your big girl pants on and go ahead and do it because it's it. Oh, and Nikki's new. So everybody welcome Nikki. It's Nikki. Hello, Nikki. We're so happy you're here. So go ahead. Oh, wait. And Joanne's new here too. Joanne. So everybody welcome Joanne. It's so good to see you. Nice to meet you. But just go ahead and take your assessment. So how you do it, you're going to get on to if you're doing this from a computer, you can do it from either one. So a computer or your tablet or your phone, or the app, you can do it that way. So if you've not already taken it, it's going to prompt you to take it. If you have already taken it though, or if you're going to take it again, so whether you're taking it for the first time or you are trying to take it again, if you're taking it again, do this. from the desktop, you are going to click on your account in the upper right-hand corner, and this is going to be one of the things. And Carol Lou, I don't know. I do not know. But this is going to be one of the videos that Casey and I are doing, is to show you how to do this. So you're either going to, from a desktop, you're going to click on your account in the upper right-hand corner. If you are doing this from a mobile device, from the app, you're going to click on your profile picture. So in the upper right-hand corner of your app, you either have a just a silhouette of a person, or it has the profile picture that you have selected. So you're going to touch that or click on that. Then you're going to go to settings, and then after settings, you're going to go to 0 Point Foods list, 0 Point Food settings. And it's funny, the first time you see it, it doesn't look like it's something that you would be clicking on. It just looks like the top to an informational piece or whatever, like it's the top subject, but you can edit it. So you're going to go there to that, and then click edit or touch edit. And then if you're retaking the assessment, you're going to be asked why. Be honest, nobody's going to see this. They're just curious. They just want to know, why are people, why are they retaking your assessment? Did you not get the number of points you wanted? Do you want to match a family member? Is it a special holiday? Are you taking a break? Whatever. So be honest when you answer that. It's a no judgment zone. And then answer the questions honestly. So if you enjoy fast food most days, check that box. Okay. So I didn't do that the first time. I was like, oh, I can't tell the computer, I can't tell the personal points program computer, or personal points engine, I can't tell it that I enjoy fast food many days a week. So I better pick something else. Panic, panic, panic. And I check salty. Okay. That's not what I'm going to do when I go back Tuesday. I will be checking that because I often have to eat fast food, or enjoy fast food. Nobody's going to see it but you. So be honest and check the boxes honestly. And you do not need to check tofu just because Kelly wants you to eat tofu, okay? There's no reason for you to check that if you don't need it. Okay, then it's going to ask you a bunch of questions. You're going to answer all of those honestly, and it's just about your frequency of how often you eat things and then what you eat. And then it's going to go, all of that is going to go into your personal points engine, and it's going to create your personal points food list, your daily numbers and your weekly numbers, and it's going to create a plan just for you. Okay, so that was the answer to that question. The next question was, how do you print the book that you showed last week? So how do you print the book that I showed last week? A couple of you all have already talked about that. If you are able to go to an in-person workshop, first of all, I highly recommend that. I highly, highly recommend going to an in-person workshop once if you can, okay? If it's available to you, I suggest going to one. Not all areas have the books. That's why I asked you all to comment below if you have, okay, so I'm gonna sidetrack. So Deborah, you ate baked chicken and there was points because you didn't select chicken and turkey. You did not select chicken and turkey breast as one of your 0 Point foods. Okay, so if you need to retake your assessment, and that'll be one of the little quick videos that we're showing. We can talk about that later. But that is why, because you did not choose that. So how do you print the book? How do you print the book that you showed last week? Again, please try to go to an in-person. But not all areas have the books. So, and again, that was why I was interested. I know Canada does not. So they do not have printed copies of those books. So if you would continue just to comment as we're talking, because I will eventually see all of these, because I'm just curious what areas have them and what areas don't have them. We did, but we were a franchise location. So I don't know if that's something that they purchased on our behalf. But if you did not get one, or you can't get one, or you are online only, here's what you're going to do. So you're going to go from a computer. You can do the following to print one for your own personal use. You can print one. So if you're digital only, you can go to a computer and you can do what I'm getting ready to tell you and look at them. You can just look at the same thing that I showed you, the book that I showed you last week. But if you're digital, if you're on an app, if you're on your phone or on a tablet, you can still go to the same thing and look at it. You just can't print it, from there. So to be able to print it for your own personal use. So remember, this is for your personal use. This is not for you to mass produce and hand out to all of your other WW friends who are digital only and or don't have a membership. Okay. I just want to say that out loud to start with. What I'm getting ready to tell you how to do, they didn't leave it as a PDF because it doesn't need to be broadcast. Those of us who are members, we've paid money to be members. So we would appreciate you just printing this for your own personal use. Okay. So you're going to go to My Day. So you're going to log in on a desktop. You're going to go to the My Day section. So across the top on the desktop, it says My Day and then a couple other things. So go to My Day. and then scroll all the way to the bottom. You're going to go almost all the way to the bottom, and there's going to be a graphic that says personal points program, and it looks like the front of the book that I showed you. So click on that. And then you're going to find a long bar that says, see and experience it for yourself. Okay. And what I mean by long bar, it's like this. So the bar is shaped like this, and it's round on the ends. And it says, oh, I've lost it. It says, see and experience it for yourself. You're going to click that. And then it's going to bring up the copies of that book. Okay. So you're going to hover over the first page, that first picture, and you are going to right click, and whoever's visiting the Casey Kitchen Center website, calm down. That's so funny. Okay. Anyway, so you're going to right click on that, and then you're going to left click on save image as. Okay. So you right click to get a little drop down box of your options, and then you're going to left click on save image as, and then name that image to be saved into your download. So I named each one of them WW page 1, WW page 2, WW page 3, whatever you want to do, but you have to remember it, because I'm not going to be able to tell you where to go back and find it if you did this and named it. And then when you're all done, just pull up each download and print it again for your own personal use. Okay. The next one is, can I turn off activity points in my weeklies? This was a question from me too. That was the first thing that I asked Gwen, I think that Sunday, the Sunday when I went to the first in-person workshop. As soon as she said that you didn't have an option of toggling on or off your activity points, pretty sure my hand went shook. And I was like, whoa, 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 hold on a minute, time out. Okay, so I'm with you. So those of you that are upset about that, I'm with you. But let me just explain to you. At this time, no, you cannot turn off your activity points going, automatically into your weeklies. So at this time, no. If you allow your fitness device to sync, so like I have an Apple Watch, and I have it set up so that any activity that I do, it automatically syncs to WW. Or if you're going into WW and you're tracking your activity separately, it is going to automatically go on there. So I know some people who have not been letting their activity device automatically sync to WW, and they've just been keeping up with their steps on their, on their watch or their step meter, or something like that, something else, some other way, but they've not been letting it automatically sync because they did not want that. Danielle, don't worry about the My Day. It's just that home page. So Danielle said she didn't see anything on there that said My Day. It's just that home page. And over in the upper left-hand corner, it does say My Day. But don't worry about that. It's just the home page. Scroll all the way down and you're going to find that stuff. That will be one of those quick under 4-minute videos too. So if you don't find it today, it will be in this next week that we'll be videoing that. But anyway, so you can't turn it off. I know some people that have stopped syncing their fitness device because they are that concerned that it's going to go in there. So let me tell you, I don't want to use them. I don't use my fitness points. Okay, I never have and never will. I don't use them. I don't want to eat them, I guess is the point. So those points will not roll over from week to week. They're going to go into your weeklies. You can use them daily if you need to, or weekly if you want to, but it will not roll over from week to week. So you don't need to panic that if you had 10 activity points this week, it's not going to roll over into next week. And you can, it's a pain. It's a pain in the patootie, but you can see how many to take off. So for example, I'm showing that I have 44 weeklies, but I know from going over to activity. So you're always come up on food on your app. And if you go over to activity, I can click on on how many days there have been in this week. And I'm Tuesday through Monday, Tuesday through the following Monday. And I just calculated that I had 13 of those were activity. So I just know, okay, I've got 44 less 13, so I know how many points I have, how many weekly points I have. Does that make sense? That will be one of those videos because that one went real fast and it probably went over some people's heads. Okay, the next question. Can I really earn points back if I'm at 0 or negative? You can. This is the very first time ever that you've been given not only a bank of points to use. So you've been given a bank account of points, and you've been given a bank of points that you can access every day, and you've been given a bank account that you can access 1 day, 2 days, 7 days, however often you need to pull some extra money out. So it's kind of like a Christmas club. You know, how many of y'all are as old as me and you know that you had a checking account, a savings account, but over here you had a Christmas club and you tried not to use the Christmas club unless you had to, okay? So that's kind of what it is right now. But this is the first time ever that not only with that, you have an opportunity to earn back. So this is like cash back or something, you know, it's like a cash back program, you know, and who doesn't love that? So who doesn't love seeing, oh man, I'm at 0 points today, or I'm at -4 or whatever points for the day, and then thinking, oh, I didn't drink my last 20 ounces of water, or I didn't do whatever, and earn back some points. I mean, you can take yourself out of the negative. How awesome is that? Okay, so we're gonna talk about more about that in just a second. So yes, you can. The points that are earned back that day will be reflected that day, and they will not roll over. So if you earn back extra points, you know, if you earn back 4 extra points today, they're not going to roll over to tomorrow. And also, I just want to say that does not mean that you have to eat them, okay? If you've earned back points for the day, or if you've earned extra points for the day, that does not mean you have to eat them. That is not mandatory, okay? I want to say that out loud because I've had some firm discussions. I haven't had any arguments with anybody, but I've had some firm discussions on whether or not people want to earn points and whether or not they want to eat them. You don't have to eat them, okay? Absolutely do not have to eat them. It is not going to kill anybody. You are not going to die if you don't get a blue dot today, okay? And if you don't know what a blue dot is, there's a chat for that. And it's got a whole different meaning now. Okay, another sip of tea. Those of you who are still trying to get your 60 ounces of water in today for 1 point, go ahead and take a sip of your regular water. Next question is, how do I earn more points in a day? So there's a couple of ways. First one is eating more non-starchy vegetables. So no, you cannot eat potatoes and earn, or corn. Even if that's a 0 point food for you, you cannot eat potatoes or corn and earn back a point. So non-starchy veggies, there is a list of non-starchy veggies in your app, and in that book, if you got one, and on the desktop. And Southern girls, I just want to say, Gwen let us in on a little secret before anybody panicked. So if you just go to the non-starchy vegetable list and can't find green beans, because you know everybody in the South, we eat green beans like every day. It's not under green beans, it's under string beans. So if you were in the South and you just had a heart attack because you didn't see green beans on the non-starchy vegetable list, it's under string beans. So they are still 0 points. Okay. So for every cup of non-starchy vegetables that you eat in a day, you earn 1 point. And it doesn't have to be a cup of carrots or a cup of green beans. It can be, you can make a salad and you could have a half a cup of romaine lettuce, a half a cup of carrots, a half a cup of cucumbers, a half a cup of, I don't know, let me think of something else, cabbage. And that would be 2 cups, and that would be 2 points. So you didn't have to have 4 cups of salad. You could have a half a cup, half a cup, half a cup, a half a cup. Okay. And I've noticed it does this weird thing if it's not part of a recipe, or if it's not part of a group. If you do a half and a half, or a fourth and a fourth and a fourth, whatever, when it adds up, it just puts that one back into your dailies, but it doesn't show you, like if you had a cup of green beans, it would show green beans and then it would have a 0 and then it would have a little +1. It doesn't do that when it's less than a cup. So just don't panic. Just kind of watch it the first time you do it, because it pops up. It just doesn't assign it to any one of those, those foods. Okay, so you can do it. It's unlimited. So it is unlimited how many of those points you can earn for the non-starchy vegetables. But let me just say out loud, this is not a free ticket to gorge yourself. So please avoid the, you can eat as many vegetables as you want. Okay, I know my mom, and over the last few days, I've realized Carol Lou. My mom and Carol Lou could eat us all under the table and probably wipe a garden out. They're like in competition with bunnies for how many vegetables they eat. Okay. But please avoid the, I don't know, I can have 6 gallons of cabbage and earn not 6 gallons, but I can have 6 cups of cabbage and earn back 6 points. Nobody needs to sit down and eat 6 cups of cabbage. Okay. Or iceberg lettuce. That's the least nutritional value non-starchy vegetable you can eat is iceberg lettuce. So my point is, don't gorge yourself on iceberg lettuce so that you can go have a piece of cheesecake, okay? If you earned enough points eating iceberg lettuce to have a piece of cheesecake, you're gonna be miserable in more ways than one, okay? So just resist that urge. So it's non-starchy, okay? And drinking water, if you consume 60 ounces of plain water, and that can be still or carbonated water, either one, you'll earn 1 point. And there is a 1 point per day limit on the water. So if you drink 60 ounces of either still or carbonated plain water, no flavorings, we'll talk about that in a second. Not tea, not coffee, whatever. Again, we'll talk about that in a second. But 60 ounces is 1 point. 120 is not 2 points, okay? 60 ounces is the limit. And that's just to encourage you. Oh, how funny. Carol says, I've always eaten tons of veggies throughout the day, even before the new plan, hashtag bulk it up. And Cheryl, I'm seriously thinking about getting a hashtag bulk it up t-shirt because that's all I've thought about this week. Okay. Then activity points will be reflected in your weeklies. And again, we talked about that a second ago. There's nothing you can do to turn that on or off unless you just don't track, okay? If you don't track your activity. So, Debbie says, some folks, not only me, were having tummy issues last week from that much water. Yeah. So going from not that much to adding 60 ounces of water, that's like the fiber. That's another thing you might want to kind of sneak into. I drink water all day long. It was literally nothing for me to do 60 ounces of just still water because I don't drink carbonated. But anyway, so the only thing you can do to turn that off again is to stop syncing your Fitbit, or not Fitbit, but your fitness device. So that is, let's see, hold on a second. Vicki says, are starchy vegetables portions only a half a cup each, or can you have more? That's just that's a portion. So Vicki, that's actually a really good question that wasn't on here. Real quick. So Vicki's asking if starchy vegetables are half of a cup portion. Is that all you can eat? You can eat as many portions as you want, but you're going to have to count them. So unless it's a 0 for you, like if you pick potatoes, you can still have as many as you care to have. I would still track them and I would still measure them. I would eat one, like eat a portion of potatoes. And if you still want some more, then have another portion. Okay. So next question. This was and I'm shocked. Nobody said this just now. Literally, I got this question more than one time last week. Why did you take flavored water away from me? Let's just think about that one for a second. Kelly, why are you taking flavored water away from me? That's the only way I can drink water. Why are you taking that away from me? So let's just ponder on that for a second. Okay, the first thing is, I didn't take anything away from you, okay? So nobody needs to ask Kelly why she's taking away flavored water and Crystal Light and squeezy drops and all that kind of stuff. I didn't take anything away from you, okay? And no one is taking that away from you. The answer to that one is you certainly can have you can have flavored water. You can have Crystal Light. You can have diet lemonade. I had diet lemonade this week. You can have tea. You can have coffee. You can have all of those non-caloric beverages, that you want. But the rule is, in order to earn this point back, it has to be regular water. So they're trying to encourage us to drink some regular water, and it can be still, meaning that it's no carbonation, or it can be carbonated, but nothing else. Okay, no flavoring, no squeezy drops, whatever. So it's just 1 point. Okay, if you don't like water, if you're not going to drink 60 ounces of water, then don't do it. Don't do it. Just do whatever you've been doing. It's just 1 point. But for those of us who drink mostly water, and it was literally no problem for me to say, oh, okay, one of my tumblers a day, I'm just not going to add anything to it. Easy way to get a point. But if that's not you, don't do it, okay? So, and again, I didn't take anything away. So drink all you want of Crystal Light. That's perfectly fine with me, okay? Next question, why did you say to scan everything? Okay, I meant to get these out to show them to you, and I will show you in one of those little informative 4-minute videos, but I forgot to get them out of the refrigerator. So don't assume anything. I said scan everything because I had a heart attack. Not literally, but oh my goodness. I had a little teeny tiny nervous breakdown when I went to get my yogurt out on day 1. So after I had updated done my personal points assessment, and I went to get my yogurt out, the yogurt that I've been eating for like a year, got it out, scanned it, it was 4 points. So all yogurt for me, because when I eat already flavored yogurt, It's all been 2 points. So if it's Oikos, or if it's Dannon, Light and Fit, or if it's Activia, regular yogurt, not Greek yogurt, all of that, those little small containers, light, 80 to 100 calories, whatever, no matter what the brand is, that's all been, light or non-fat yogurt, already flavored. It's all been 2 points for me this whole time. So Smart Points, Freestyle, blue, purple, or blue, green, and purple. It's always been, those have been 2 points. So, and I'm willing to do 2 points for already flavored yogurt. I almost passed out when I realized, oh goodness, okay, the Activia, because it does not have as much protein, because it's normal yogurt, it is not Greek yogurt, so it has nowhere near as much protein. So those points went dook, dook, dook. So now the black cherry Activia yogurt that I've been eating is 4 points. So then I went straight over to the grocery store because I'm not going to eat those. Now I'm not eating 4 points. And it's no wonder that I've been struggling the last couple of months. I was eating that every single day. Okay. And it still, no matter if we weren't on personal points yet, it still processes in your body the same way. So I went immediately across the street and realized that the Dannon Greek yogurt that I used to always buy in the cherry flavor is 2 points. And then I found the Oikos 000 cherry. It's 1 point. So scan everything. Okay. Next question. Why is my restaurant item scanning so high? So a lot of people have been saying, I don't know what to do. I can't eat out anymore. I have to be able to eat out. First question, did you answer that on your assessment? Or my first question to you is, did you answer on your assessment that you need to be able to eat out? Because you might want to go back and do that if you take your assessment again. But we've seen some things that are scanning really high. And actually, Karen had a perfect example of this today. I didn't know that she was going to have this perfect example, so I had to go back and type it into my notes. But people have been complaining about how restaurant items have been, been coming up. So then I'm going to use Karen's example. So she had gotten a salad at Zaxby's that is literally lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes. I mean, it's chock full of vegetables. I think it earned back 3 points, if I'm not mistaken, for how many vegetables it had. It was like 3 cups of vegetables. And it has a very small amount of cheese on it. And she was going to track the salad from Zaxby's. Oh, and it had grilled chicken on it. So the grilled chicken should have been 0, a small amount for the cheese. And then she was going to point the salad dressing separately. Well, when she looked it up, it came up to 14 points. I mean, I think we stood there, I don't know, Karen, if you're here, how long did we stand there? 5, 6, 7 minutes, I guess, going, what? Looking, putting glasses on. I mean, like, I got my glasses out of the Jeep to look at this, and we're looking at it and trying to figure out, and, and it said without dressing, and we're trying to figure out how, what's going on here. Okay, pay attention to what comes with whatever you just tracked. Literally took us, I don't know how many times of looking at this, and I think this is what's happening to some other people. The points value that was listed on WW was for everything except dressing. So everything on this salad without dressing is not 14 points. Everything that was on that salad without dressing is 4 points if you take the 2 pieces of bread away. So it comes automatically with 2 pieces of toast. She didn't eat those. She gave them to Scott. So she didn't eat those. So she had a 4-point salad. So what you'll have to do if it is, if you're doing restaurant, if you're looking up another recipe, whatever, and if you're not going to be eating what it already says is included in that, then what you need to do is, instead of tracking it under the restaurant, you need to do a quick add and just put Zaxby's salad, no bread, 4 points, whatever. But do it that way. Okay, but that's why your restaurant points, some of the restaurant points are coming up so high, because it automatically assumes that it has other things with it. Okay, the next one is, will my recipes automatically update, and or how do I know how many points a recipe I found online is on my plan? Because remember, we're all different. We all have different points. So any of the recipes that you had already saved, so if you had gone into the recipe builder, okay, hold on a second. One of my other Karens has a good example too. She said that happened to her at McAllister's. The salad she usually got went from 14 to 24. Both of the ranges were with dressing, so she did better getting a French dip. That's interesting. So I wonder what's going on with that. Whoop. Got away with the comments. I wonder what's going on with that, what it thinks is included in that salad. But anyway, Yante says to check the serving sizes too. So next one was, will my recipes automatically update, and or how do I know how many points a recipe I found online is? So any recipes that you saved in your app, so if you've been using the recipe builder, and you've already, or if you use a WW recipe that they had, on the app, and those are saved in your recipe builder, those automatically updated based on your points. And if you retake your assessment and it changes some things, so like after Tuesday, corn should be 0 for me because I'm getting rid of the whole wheat pasta because I just don't eat it that much, but I eat a lot of corn. So it should, what? Oh my gosh. Oh no, Leslie says that there are so many glitches in the Canadian app. It's showing that Bacardi white rum is 0 points. What? That's hilarious. Okay. Anyway, so yes, it's going to update all of your recipes to your points. And then if you retake your assessment, again, pay attention because like the soup that I'm getting, the white chicken chili that I'm getting ready to make right now, it says it's 1 point because corn is not 0 points for me, but Tuesday it'll be 0 points. And remember, that can go in the opposite direction, so don't assume anything. Okay, so I'm going to end, and all of the new, okay, hold on, Susie. Okay, Susie says, what do I need to click to get my fruit 0? So Susie, did you click that you were diabetic in the beginning? Because that's going to be the most important first question. And if it doesn't answer that, then if that answers no, then we're going to have to revisit that. Okay. So remind me to come back around to that. May not be tonight, but Susie, thank you for typing that because I will revisit it. But I need to know, did you answer yes or no to that very first question on being diabetic? Okay. So let's finish with this. Let's go out with a bang here. Okay. So Susie, yeah, we're going to have to circle back around and revisit that specific question. But so we're going to finish with this. Any recipes that WW is coming out with from now on, like that book that I showed you all, the recipe book I showed you, will have a QR code of the little cards. If you pick up the cards at, if you go to an in-person workshop, the little cards will have them on there. They'll have a QR code on there. If you get the WW magazine, they will start to have the QR codes on there, and you will scan the recipe you'll scan the recipe and it'll bring up your personal points. So it might say like 4 to 7 pp or something. It'll have a range on there, but if you scan the QR code, it'll bring yours up. Okay, but 2 super cool things. You can share your recipes now, and you can bloggers like WW bloggers from the same country, they can share theirs with you. Okay, so and you don't have to re-enter everything. So let me tell you real quick how to do that. So to share a personal recipe with a friend, you're going to go to your recipe. So go find it either on your desktop or find it in your app. And from the desktop, you're going to right click the address bar. So when you go to that recipe on a website, up in the address bar where you would type in a web address, you're going to right click on that and then left click on copy. So you're going to copy that, and then you're going to paste that link and share it. You can either share it through a text message, an email, messenger, whatever. Share it with your friend, and when your friend taps on that, so when they tap on that link that you just shared, they're going to be asked to log into the full version of WW. So it's not going to come up in their app. Even on a phone, it's going to ask them to log into the full version, which is okay. You just have to know your username and password, like I've been telling you forever. But when you log into that, it's going to let you edit it. You can print it. You can, change the serving size. You can do, all of those things. You can track it. So there's lots of different things that you can do. So you can share recipes, with each other that way. If you, let's see, and if you're on the mobile version, instead of right clicking and copying, if you're on the mobile version, when it comes up, there's a little thing there that says share, and you're just going to tap on share instead of having to do that part of it. And then you're going to share it. You're just going to copy it and you're going to share it same way. And then when they click on it, it's going to have them log in. Okay, the last thing, and we're about to kill it. So the last thing, and bloggers all over the US just rejoice. So even though I do this for free, I don't get paid to do this. It stressed me out when I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to update this to points for all of you all. And even though I'm under no obligation to do this and I am not being paid to do this, I was freaking out. Okay. So what you can do if you want to see your personal points from your favorite blogger's website, a couple of things. First, be patient. So bloggers outside of your country cannot share to you. So Drizzle Me Skinny Cake cannot share something with you in the United States, and they can't update their recipes to your personal points. It's statistically impossible for them to figure out what everybody's points would be. So you're going to need to enter that recipe into your recipe builder to find it. Okay, so please be patient. They're not doing this on purpose. They didn't take flavored water away from you. Okay, so that particular bloggers, they can't do anything. So please just be patient and re-enter it into your recipe builder. The If You Have an Egg website is being updated slowly but surely, and we'll get those done as quickly as possible. We don't have a staff and we're not generating any income, so literally we're just going to have to do it as we can. Obviously, newer recipes will be updated first, and then we will go on down. Second, please praise the bloggers, and I'm serious. Go give them comments on Instagram, Facebook, on their website, whatever. Please praise the bloggers who have worked so hard to go ahead and get their recipes already up to date for you, okay? A lot of them jumped on, first thing. So the ones that I can tell you about, Emily Bites was part of the WW implementation, and so all of her recipes should already be updated so that you can find your personal points. Skinny Taste and Hungry Girl are for-profit websites, so they should be good to go. Drizzle Me Skinny is based in Canada, and sadly, she is unable to share hers with us US girls yet, so you're just going to have to enter it in your recipe builder to find that. Pound Dropper is hard at work, and I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't sleep until this is all ready for you. Okay, so she's on it. Okay, so let's see. Then you're going to go. So then the last thing is you're going to go to the recipe where the blogger has elected to add the WW recipe link. And so in the example that I'm going to be doing on the informative short 4-minute video that I will make for that this week. In this example, I went to the Pound Dropper website. So I went to www.thepounddropper.com and I searched for Lynn's. Lynn's has a skinny chicken pot pie soup that I am frothing at the mouth to make. So I went to her skinny chicken pot pie soup recipe, and she's added so this is what Lynn's has done, and this is not, everybody's not the same. If You Have an Egg, I don't know what Jessica's going to do for y'all to be able to find that, but on Lynn's, you have to go, on Pound Dropper, you have to go to the recipe itself. So it's not at the top, go to the recipe, it's go all the way down and go to the recipe, and it's another one of those long bars like we talked about just a few minutes ago from WW, a long bar like this that's round on both ends, and it says click for WW personal points. So once you click on that, it's going to take you to WW, the full version, the full desktop version of WW. Log in with your username and password. It's going to pop up just like the recipe that you were going to share with a friend. It's going to pop up just like that, and you can print it, favorite it, edit, track, put your own twist on it, whatever you want to do. So here at the last second, I'm going to tell you what your homework is for this week. And remember, next week, we're going to go back to 30 and 30. So you'll get your homework at the 30-minute mark next week. But this week, hopefully you are still awake. And hopefully you can still hear my poor little voice. But this week's homework is #recipe check. So y'all nailed your homework last week. I want you all to nail it again this week. Okay, so what I want you to do is expand your personal points horizon this week by either sharing one of your recipes, either sharing that with a friend, or trying one from your favorite blogger. So maybe go to Pound Dropper, maybe go to Hungry Girl, maybe go to, one of those, go to If You Have an Egg after we get a few of them, posted on there, and go ahead and click that link, however that blogger has it on there, pull it up, and again, edit it for you. Maybe you don't eat pinto beans, maybe you only eat black beans, so swap that out in the recipe or print it or whatever. But I want you, after you've got it in your system, I want you to click a quick screenshot of it, and then that's what I want you to share for your homework. And you're just gonna label it #recipe check, because I want you all to try this. It is super, super cool. So that's your homework for next week. Go ahead and do it to get your go ahead and do your homework to get your next super cool badge. Casey has not missed a lick, even having a newborn at home. She hasn't missed a lick with those. But again, if you want to see the informative 4-minute or less videos, picture-in-picture, video-in-video, whatever you want to call it, videos that are coming up, you've got to go to YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Go ahead and subscribe so you'll see it. And I think John's wanting me to wrap up because he's telling everybody good night. But do that. Go ahead and do it. And if you want to see the chat from last week where we ran through at 100 miles an hour, 700 miles an hour, whatever I said, that should be the next one to roll over. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just let that go ahead and roll over. Go ahead and hit subscribe down here. That's the only way you're going to know when those little 5-minute videos come out, because they won't be anywhere else. They won't be on Facebook, Instagram. You're going to have to go there to see them. So you all have a great evening. Have a great week. I see that we do have some more questions already coming in. So next week in the second half, I don't know, we might talk about frequently asked questions again, or I might do maybe your question. Everybody go ahead and ask a question. Ask it in the comments, because your question might be one of those informative 4-minute videos. So y'all have a great week. I'll see you next time. I'm super excited about weighing in Tuesday. I want to see how this is going. And I think y'all are doing great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for us with this new program. But y'all have a great evening. Good night.